Hi, good afternoon. A very warm welcome from the Quarantine International Film Festival 2020. So today is the day when we are starting our first chapter of Quarantine International Film Festival. The festival runs for 3 days starting today, so it will be on from 26th, 27th and 28th of June, and it will be exclusively live on Roll Explore Studios YouTube channel. Now let me tell you a little brief about the Quarantine International Film Festival, why it began and how the idea came. So the idea of the Quarantine Film Festival came from the need because of the lockdown. There was a void. There was a need for people to express. There was a need for people to create something, and I could see that a lot of people are not being able to utilize their time effectively, creatively, as they used to do in their normal course of life. So that is why this idea originated, and I talked to several of my peers, my friends, my filmmaker friends, actor friends, and they were all waiting for something to do, but not realizing that what exactly they can do. So that is what propelled me to come up with this idea, so that at least it will give people some impulse to create something. And then I shared it to a few of my colleagues and fellow members. My partner at Roll Explore Studios, Hemant Kher, he also liked the idea, and then we started getting the jury members on board, advisory board. We are very thankful that we got best of the jury members, starting from Mr. Anwar Jamal, who is a celebrated documentary filmmaker, and he is part of many juries of a lot of festivals. Apart from that, we have Avinash Das, who is the director of Anarkali of Ara and recently released series on Netflix that's called She. He has also a very long background from journalism, writing. Another jury member is Vinta Nanda. She is a director, producer and writer associated with television and films for a very long time. And the next jury member is Rajesh Thailang, who is an actor and a writer and a director, recently seen in web series called Selection Day, Mirzapur, etc. And the final jury member is Subrat Datta, who is a celebrated actor. He has acted in more than 70 films, both in Hindi and Bengali, and he has won several awards worldwide. Now coming to the advisory board member, we are fortunate to have Mr. Hansal Mehta, a celebrated director, on our advisory board panel. Another advisory board panel member is Mr. Ashok Lal, who is a famous playwright, film writer and a poet. Apart from that, we also had preview members. Preview committee members include Ashish Kumar Golden. He is also part of a jury in a few film festivals, and he's also a filmmaker. We have another person named Godfrey. Godfrey is a casting director, and he is very keen into filmmaking. He has also worked as an assistant director in a few projects. And then we have another person called Suman Kumar. Suman is a FTI pass out. He is very interested in the films, and he has also worked as assistant director in a few of the films. Apart from that, we have the festival ambassador as Pranutan Bahal. She's the daughter of Mohnish Bahal, and she has worked in a lot of films. Her recent release was Notebook. Apart from that, programming director of the festival is Mr. Hemant Kher. He is a well-known writer, director and acting coach based in Mumbai. And I, Shyam Kishore, I'm an actor, director and writer, and also a short filmmaker. I am the festival director of QIFF 2020. I would like to thank all of you people, because without you this festival would not have been possible. I warmly welcome you and thank you all that you participated and you became part of the festival, and you took so much of pain during this quarantine time to evaluate the films and choose the films. So Coming back to the festival, I would like to say that we were overwhelmed by the entries. We got around 250 entries from across India, and we had different segments. So we were getting entries from even somebody who is old, 13, 14-year-olds to somebody who is in their 50s. So because the idea was to have maximum participation from different sections of society. That is why there was no foundation about, and we had also created several categories, starting from micro short films to short films to documentaries to video art to young filmmaker section, where young students from 12 to 18 can also participate. And out of these entries, the preview committee team selected approximately 18 entries to be part of the festival, and then these 18 entries were sent to the jury members. They are coming up with their markings, and it will be out soon. And there'll be another we will be having a few awards, like it will be 3 or 4 best film awards. We are not diversifying into several categories because this is our first year of running. Maybe from the next year we'll be diversifying into variety of awards, but this year, to keep it a little constrained, we kept it just at 3 primary awards at the end of the festival, and there will be 1 special award that will be an audience award. So whosoever films scores most on the likes, views and comments by the audience support, that will be also getting an award. So here I formally announce the festival on, and I appreciate all of you filmmakers. We were very pleased and overwhelmed that you all sent your entries to the festival, and because of some constraints we could not include all of your films. That is part of any festival, but we tried to accommodate as much as we could. Since we had already announced in the beginning that this is not a test of technicalities, like how good you can do the camera, how good you can do the editing, because we all know that during this lockdown time a lot of people were not having access to the editing, to the sound, to music and to other things. So what we have kept in mind, and we also discussed with the jury, that during this time we are going to evaluate on the basis of content and the presentation. So I would also like to invite the audience and request the audience to overlook minute technical details or technical hiccups and just enjoy the film with the content. We are fortunate enough that these films are good in content, and they say a lot, and they say a lot about our society, our people, and a different take on the lockdown, like how people are dealing with the lockdown, how people are dealing with relationships, issues, other things during the lockdown. So this gives a very good perspective on the lockdown. So once again, I formally invite you all to log on to Roll Explore Studios YouTube channel. We will be premiering all the films exclusively on this YouTube channel. So stay tuned on this channel, and you have the schedule ready on the YouTube channel, and we also have our Facebook page, Quarantine International Film Festival 2020. You can have the schedule there listed, and also on our website www.rollexplore.com. So I formally inaugurate the festival, and I will be watching with you. Let's celebrate quarantine. Let's celebrate Quarantine International Film Festival. Thank you.